And we back with another one. You already know what it is. It's your boy Daz, and today day 14, a 90-day semen retention journey. And give a round of applause to everybody that's following along. I don't care if you relapsed. I don't care if you made a mistake and slept with a girl, or you watched some corn. As long as you picked yourself back up and you still on your journey, that's all that matter. As long as you fighting or just doing everything in your power to become the best person you can be, or to become better than you was yesterday, that's all that matter. With that being said, let me get into it. I want to say, put your trust in God, or start just like learn to put everything that bothers you in the hands of God. Learn how to get closer with God. Learn how to put your hands, anything that bothers you, any like anxiety, anger, lust, shit. With me, it was, as of recently, it was smoking. I'm just learning how to just put all them things in God's hands. Because I realize that a lot of times we worry about things that we're not even supposed to be worried about. Or we worry about things that's not even true. You ever feared something and you was supposed to go somewhere? Let me put it in a good way that you will be able to understand it. You ever supposed to go somewhere and you just had this fear the whole time you on your way there, or the whole time you thinking about going, you have a fear, like, oh, I don't know if this might happen, that might happen. But then as soon as you get there, you have a ball. Because fear not real, and I'm learning that. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have emotions that's going to invoke fear, like worrying, like anxiety. But I think we should get those to God. And what I mean by get those to God is like, of course, we all human. We got emotions. We're gonna feel it. But as soon as we feel it, we give it to God. Okay, I can't handle it. Like, you know what, God? I want you to figure out the situation for me. I'm not gonna try to figure it out my own, because why? A lot of times when I try to figure out things on my own, it was more complicated I made it more complicated than it actually had to be. And every time I'm starting to notice that I put something in God's hands, He showed me, like, He got power. He showed me who He is. It might not be right away. It might not be when you expect it. It might not be when you want it. But when you need it, He gonna put it in your life. And that's what I'm learning now. Everything in my life come at the right time. I can't keep rushing. If I'm rushing, that means I'm impatient. If I'm impatient, that means I'm fearing not getting to where I'm going at the right time. So that's why I'm learning to just put everything in the hands of God. Like, just learning yourself more. And when you start learning yourself more and more and more, you start realizing that we don't have control of nothing but ourselves. Our choices, that's the only thing we have control over, our choices. We don't have control over what happened after we make the choice. We don't have control over another person. We don't have control over nothing. God had the control, because I done seen things that appear so lucky, but I know God made it happen for them. And I done seen people who do the most, or just do immoral shit but act like they trying, and God won't be in their life. Or I can't explain it. I could explain it, matter of fact. You ever see somebody down on their last, and then they call out to God, and they just, say, you know what? It's either gonna come or it's not. And if I can find a way, I'm gonna find a way, and I'm gonna go get it. And they put it in God's hand. Don't you see them people always get what they need? It be weird ways sometimes. But it always happened. And I'm starting to notice that, like, because my biggest problem used to be worrying a lot. I used to worry way too much. Way too much. And once I started giving my worry to God, like, don't get me wrong, I still worry a little, not even worry no more. I mean, I worry, or things might come up and come to my consciousness, but once I do, I be like, all right, God, whatever God say about this situation, or whatever how it's supposed to play out, it's going to play out. I'm going to do what I got to do to get what I got to get. But how it's going to play out is not up to me. That's what I'm learning. And me saying all that, like, ways to just, feel better too. Like, it's times where I will sit down, right? I'll be here, I'll sit down, and I'll, like, before I get in the Bible, or before I read a Bible verse, I would actually sit down and just, tell God, like, whatever I need for the day, please let it be presented in your word. Like, let your word speak to me. Let your word speak to me, because I don't just open and read from Genesis to Revelation. What I do is I'll get a random Bible verse. So I'll say, Father God, let this random Bible verse speak to me, or in whatever I need to hear, let it speak to me in that way. Right? And 9 out of 10, or 10 out of 10, let me say this right now. 10 out of 10 times, I always get a verse that I need to hear. It's not one time that I said that I did not get a verse that I needed to hear. Whenever I felt low and I felt like I needed protection, he would send me a protection prayer. Whenever I felt low and I just needed courage, or I needed something to just to meditate on, like, you need a positive word to meditate on, he got that. He'll, and I'm not going to it. This is random. I'm randomly searching. So you can't say, try it. If you're taking me for a fool, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and try it. Because when I first started doing it, I was like, whoa, like it was, but then I realized that I wasn't allowing myself to be mentally capable to absorb everything the way I needed to at that time. There was so much things going on in my life. I'm just putting everything up here. It was just confusing. And whenever you feel confused too, learn this, y'all. I gotta start journaling. Start writing your ideas out. Because I'm telling you, once you start emptying your thoughts, you're gonna feel how much freer you feel. But let's get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just if you don't have a Bible, Google it. Give me a random Bible verse. And then you're gonna scroll down, you're gonna see a random Bible verse every day. Every day. And I'm telling you, if you just ask God to show you what you need to understand, what you need to put in your life, He's going to show it to you within them scriptures. And that's what I'm learning. The only thing I believe in nowadays, I don't even believe in superstition no more. I used to be very superstitious. I don't even believe in superstitions no more. What I believe in is me and God. That's it. That's it. Me, God, and Jesus. Yeshua. That's it. And once you believe in them three things right there, especially yourself, because you can't believe in God if you don't believe in yourself. Remember that. You cannot believe in God if you do not believe in yourself. Because God needs you to believe in yourself to believe in him. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how can you believe that something that's not seen is it? Know what I mean? But gotta believe in yourself. And that's the three things that I put my belief in. Myself, Jesus, Yeshua, and God. Get what I'm saying? Because putting your faith in God humbles you too. It humbles you. I feel like I want to give you a good example, like Kanye West, right? Kanye West, right? I wouldn't say Kanye West is really smart. That's the first thing I want to do. I don't want to take away anything from him as a person. Kanye West is brilliant. Brilliant. I think where Kanye West went wrong is he started believing that he is God. He is God. when you start believing that, you feel like you're untouchable. And nobody in this world is untouchable. Nobody in this world is untouchable. You got to always remain humble and knowing that you can be touched, but you're protected by something that's way more stronger than anything that's trying to harm you. Remember that. You can't be touched. But if you believe in God and you know that there's a God out there, and you don't, because remember, God is a jealous God. He don't want you to be like, oh, I am a God. Like, what? We are human. We have God in us. Yes, we have pieces of God. God placed him in us. So what that means is that if we believe in ourselves enough, we can do things. We can do anything we put our mind to. Yes. But untouchable is another thing. And if you feel like you above God, he gonna show you, like, listen, I could, as fast as I gave it to you, as fast as I could take this bitch from you. Sorry for cursing, but it was just, it was just there, so I had to just do that. But as fast as I gave it to you, as fast as I could take it from you. And that's why I feel like with Kanye fell off. And I don't know. I'm not around him or anything of that nature, but I just had that little inclination. I don't know, it could be wrong, but I like the fact that God humble me, or God keep me humble, in the sense of sometimes our pride, especially if you believe in yourself, your pride will go overboard. Your pride will want to go overboard, bro. And if we keep letting our pride go overboard, we gonna start doing things that's immoral to other people. And once we start doing that, we messing up the laws of nature. Just the laws of nature. Just the laws of life. It's not doing any, like don't oppress your people. I can't explain, but go search up the 12 natures of law. Laws of nature. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just humble you though. It's real humbling, like, to just know that I'm being protected. That something that created this whole thing, right? The presence or the energy that created this whole thing resides in me, right? So I can go create anything. And I know who he is, because I know myself. So I know I know myself, and I'm pulling away all my inequities to grow closer to him, so I could be under his wing. Man, I don't feel like preaching, and I'm not preaching, but I had to give you this, man. I just have to give you this, because I wouldn't feel right if I didn't explain how much God been helping me. I would not feel right, because all through this semen retention process, every time I catch blue balls, I call on God. This is my thing now, right? The devil gonna try to do anything to get you. Anything. He's immoral. So that means that he will go to the lowest of the lows to get you. So you know what I do? I snitch on him to God. Fuck that. What are you talking about? God, I don't know what the devil trying to do right now. I'm following your path. Whatever he trying to send my way, get it up out of here. Word. Get it up out of here. I'm not with that. And I start praying. I start getting my mind right. And long before I know it, that whole feeling is gone. How much times I done been feeling like I'm hopeless. Like I feel like I'm hopeless. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm hopeless. Going through it, and but instead of like what I used to do when I felt like hopeless sometimes, I would go back to all my old ways. I would relapse. I would smoke heavy. I would be calling into every girl. But now, when I'm feeling like, damn, I don't know what's going to happen, or I don't know what's going on, I just turn to God. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I still question him, and I want God to forgive me for that. Forgive me for questioning him sometimes, because I'm only human. And we all got emotions, and when you've been going through something for so long, it feel like it's no light at the end of the tunnel. So you start getting weird, you start thinking, but then I just had to like put my head down. I read a Bible verse, I meditated, And I just chilled. Like, I chill. I said, I'm not going to do anything to revert me back. And I feel like that was the lesson. Because I felt heavy that day, but I felt light ever since. Ever since I just been talking to God and asking him, why, like, you know, sometimes you gotta ask, why, like, God, like, why are you letting certain things happen to me? And I'm not saying ask because you want to rush it up, but ask because he gonna give you the answer. He gonna let you know, like, listen, this take time. Like, I wanted my crib since December. But if now I know if I would have got my crib in December, I would have been like, I don't know, I wouldn't be as prepared as I feel right now. Right now. And who knows, he probably got more preparing for me to do. So I'm gonna take that with grace. And I'm gonna just ask him to protect me mentally, physically, and spiritually while I'm on my path. And I feel like I just had to give y'all that. Because God will literally change you. 5 years ago, 2020, I was heavy drunk. I was a heavy drunk. I'm not going to say a drinker. I was a heavy drunk. Now, I am 2 years sober. In 2020, I was doing immoral things for financial gain. Now, I'm building businesses. In 2020, I felt like I was so far from God that I had to cry out to him, and he still pulled me, bro. So that means that no matter how far you is, he gonna pull you too. But during that time when you changing, you gonna have to relive, because it's like I said before, it's like you taking the path down the wrong way, right? And this is the right way. So if you're taking the path down the wrong way, when you coming back, you gotta turn back now. So you gotta go through all of the wrong that you did, and that's tough. Cause you have to, some people, that's where people just turn back. They say, I can't do it. I'd rather live, you know what I mean? But you gotta go through all the wrong that you did. That's what shadow work really is. That's what people call shadow work. That's what it really is. Live, like, just going back through all your regrets, going back to why you felt like that, going back to why things make you feel how you feel. Word. Going back to why things make you feel how you feel. And then now, when you get here, right, you get to a point where, like, you just right here, like, you're not doing the old things that you used to do, but you still ain't formed the path you still ain't get on the path to the right yet. Like, you still just touching the beginning. When you start getting on the path to the right, it's gonna feel hard too. It's gonna feel hard too, because why? You're not used to it. You're not used to doing what's right for you. You're not used to doing what's righteous. Think about it. It's like playing a brand new video game. When you play the brand new video game, you don't want to play it until it take a little time. And then when you on that path too, I used to say the devil, but I don't think the devil be doing everything. I think it's more our flesh. I think it's more our flesh that when you're on the right path, that our flesh try to pull us back into doing what we used to do, because it's the flesh and the spirit. It's the flesh and the spirit. Like, when I knew I had to stop drinking, like, my spirit let me know. Don't get me wrong, God did, before I even stopped drinking, like years before, God kept sending me signs. And I just wasn't taking it. Until God literally, I'm telling you what God did to me. Every time I had a drink, I felt sick. I'm talking about to the point where I wanted to throw up. Like, I just wanted to just, God did that. To the point where I'm like, if I can't drink, fuck it. And then now, I don't even want to drink. I realized that it was breaking me down. Alcohol was breaking me down. I don't want to drink. That's why that's why I'm on day 2 of no smoking now. Because every time I started smoking, I used to get headaches. Catching headaches now. My stomach is on fire. Every time I'm smoking, I want to go throw up after. So I'm like, it's the same thing what happened with that. I've been smoking since I was 11 years old, y'all. It sound crazy. I've been smoking since 11 years old. I grew up, you know what I mean? I grew up in a rough environment. I grew up in a real rough environment. So that was normal. Going in the hallway shooting dice. Going in the hallway smoking with a bunch of niggas and you know, slap boxing and having fun like that. See how much girls we could get. That was what I grew up in. And then after, 2020, I feel like God like broke my heart. So I had nowhere else to run but to him. So I did. I'm telling y'all personally, I cried. I cried my eyes out. Whoop, 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 whoop. But it's like after I cried, he said, sharpen up. Went and got me a job. Everything was different. And now, fast forward to now, that I'm here, like, I feel way different because I realized that my confidence before came from people's approval. My confidence now comes from my approval. How I feel about me now come from me. And that's all through learning myself, through learning God. And that's why I'm really giving this to y'all like this. I can't tell you the last time I made a real long video like this. But I gotta give y'all this game. Like this is game right here, bruh. This is really, really game right here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I done been through it. And I know this is supposed to be a semen retention thing, but God took over. And when he want to take over, it's his world. We gonna remember that. So I'm just giving y'all my testimony, man. Like I've been through a lot. I'm still going through stuff. I'm still going through things. Don't look at me. I just know how to carry things well because I realize that if I don't, what is that changing? Just focus on what you need to focus on. What do you need to focus on? How do you see yourself in the next year, 2 years, 3 years? You know what I mean? So put all your trust in God, man. Like just put it. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it too much further, but just put all your trust in God, man. Like, it's not going to be one of the easiest paths because you're going to have to unlive everything. Unlive half of the things that you did in your past, and that's tough. And then when you on the new path, it's tough too. But at least, while we here, we already started the semen retention journey. So now when you on your new path, it ain't as hard as it is as it would be, because you already been building discipline. You already been building, your energy. So with that being said, it's day 14, semen retention. If you failed or if you relapsed, it's all right, man. Don't feel bad about yourself. We all do. We all do sometimes. I just know that just do this. If you got to go, make sure that's your number one priority. Your number one. Number one. And every time you feel like you got blue balls, pray to God. I'm telling you, it works. Pray. Just say a prayer. And once you say a prayer, go work out or something. To do something to take your mind off of it for a short little stint, and it's gonna be gone. I don't even want to keep going, but I'm just gonna give y'all a few things, how I got closer to God. Just read your Bible. Listen to, it's a person on YouTube named Bill Donahue. Go listen to him. I'm not going to tell you what he's saying, none of that. Just go listen to Bill Donahue. Third, just Just taking time to understand and love myself. Love myself. Fourth, having patience. Knowing that everything happens at the right time. Not when I need it. Not when I wanted to. Not when I wanted to. Because I remember when I was moving to Atlanta. My fault, I got to get a little story about that. I was moving to Atlanta and I wanted a crib out there, you know, but I was in hotels for a little bit. I was just, hotel surfing, because I was in a good place out there and just hotel searching and doing things, right? And I just said, God, I want a crib. Like I begged him for a crib. Like I want a crib right now. Like just like forcing his hand, you know what I mean? And I got the crib, but it was nothing that I wanted. Like in a sense of like, I didn't want to live in Atlanta. I know I didn't want to live in Atlanta. I know I didn't want to do certain things. And then it just was all piling on me like, damn, I wasn't ready yet for a crib. I wasn't ready, not even ready. I didn't want to live in Atlanta. And two, I wasn't ready for a crib at that time yet. And what I mean by that is like when you got your own crib, you will become the man of the house. Once you become the man of the house, you gotta have discipline. You gotta have structure. You gotta have just intentions on keeping your crib a certain way. I didn't have those when I went to that crib. And I'm learning it now. Like if he would have put me in a situation that was really good for me or that was his blessing, I would have fumbled it because I didn't even know how to handle it. Get what I'm saying? I had to pause on that so I could get that right there. And now, this time it feel way different. I'm telling you this right now, it feel way different because I feel way more grounded in who I am. I feel way more grounded in just knowing that I could turn to God. I feel way more grounded and trusting and believing in myself. I feel way more grounded in knowing that I'm going to do whatever it takes, even the hard things, to get it done. I feel so good in myself to know that I set a goal this year, and that's been the only thing that's been on my mind really this year. I'm not telling y'all my goal, and I don't advise you to tell nobody your goal. But you can tell people you got goals. Don't tell them what your goal is. Because energy is real. And people might send, people know your goal or something, they will try to send, they don't even do it on purpose sometimes, I believe. Like, they will just by accident send you negative energy, and that throws off your plans. Not saying that it's going to stop you, but it can throw some wrenches in your plans. Just the energy. It's not going to stop you, though. But it will just, create some things where you like, oh, man, I ain't even want to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I'm just here just reminding y'all that God is real. You know what I mean? Like, God is real. And he said, make us in his image. You know what that mean, bro? You know what that mean, bro? We got so much power, but we be giving it away, bro. Worrying, having fear, anxiety, that's giving away your power, bro. Anger, that's giving away your power. How much time I'm the type of person, I used to get so mad. I used to be like, I want to just Then I learned, son. For what? For what? A lot of the times when people trying to get you mad, that's that nasty spirit on them that's trying to not attached to you. I wouldn't say attached to you, because if you under God, if you definitely, tuned in with God, nothing could attach itself to you. But it will fuck up your mood. It will fuck up your mood. And just being angry and carrying them emotions ain't gonna do nothing good for you. Because it ain't, I'm telling you off experience, off GP. It ain't do nothing good for me. When I was young, I realized that when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, why everything felt so easy? Because when I was younger, I was naive. And when you're naive, you just believe in yourself. You're like, I don't care. And you gotta kind of like have that energy, like not be naive, like like observe, but don't absorb. That's what it is. Observe, but don't absorb. Pay attention to everything that's going on around you. But at the same time, don't. Notice what's going on around you. But don't. Don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? That's the naive, like, and the reason, let me put it into context though. The reason we're not caring about it is because anything that's not stopping you from obtaining your goal or pulling you back from obtaining your goal shouldn't matter to you. Should not matter to you, because your goal is right now your purpose. And your purpose is gonna make you better. I've been here with y'all for 30 minutes. Just giving y'all a word, man, because I deeply down in my heart feel this. And I don't want to keep preaching semen retention and just giving y'all, like, you know, knowledge without giving y'all the real foundation to how to get over this. So with that being said, let's put God first. And I'm out of here. Peace.